Conference opener for both teams here this afternoon. Blue Devils have really emphasized serving tough, but Boston College gets the opening point. Sam Hoppus, who had 4 kills against the Blue Devils a season ago, and it's the Eagles on the board first. There's Jason Kennedy, the head coach of Boston College. Really enjoyed our conversation with Coach Kennedy this week, and we talk about just the organic way that he has built this Boston College program.
Yeah, he's an incredible coach, really develops players from beginning to end, is an incredible technician, strategist, and just really cares a lot about the growth and development of their players in their program.
We'll talk more about that as we move along this afternoon. Rachel Richardson ready to serve for the Blue Devils. Missed the first couple of weekends for Duke due to a lower body injury, but she has come back and been a vital part of what the Blue Devils have wanted to do on the offensive end. They try to set the middle here, short-armed by the rookie Goss, and then it's Carrie Keefe. BC again, Hoppus, great dig by Godshaw for Duke. Keefe, another left-handed attack. And Boston College with the lead again, Audrey Ross, the sophomore from California, the most efficient left side for this Eagle team, earned high praise from her head coach.
Yeah, and Ross hits a really heavy ball, really smart vision there, seeing the line wide open going down that line.
Ingram. Another opportunity for Ross, and another kill.
Wow, she's got all the shots in the book. Shot before this, nice line. Now that was a wrist away, 4-4 shot, super sharp angle on that cross. She's really got great vision of the court and has all the tools in her toolbox to hit those different angles and shots.
A 4-4 shot? What is that?
So she's hitting from area 4 in the court, and she put that ball in area 4 on the other side of the court. So 4-4 shot, really sharp angle.
That went into the antenna, net violation, and perhaps against the Blue Devils and BC. With another one, they lead now 4-1. And Boston College doing a nice job of really keeping Duke off rhythm here in this opening set.
And that was one of the keys of the game. They have to serve tough because they do not want Duke to get in their offensive rhythm. And so tough serves, hopefully causing Duke to play out of system.
Tough serve there. Ingram, a tough ball to handle. Ingram set up again, tries to finesse one. Hoppus again, had it blocked. And that breaks the momentum for Boston College. One of those young players for the Blue Devils, Goss at the net, along with Lauren Ingram, the sophomore, getting it done for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and Goss is such an athletic player there. Nice job closing the block. Ingram fitting it up nicely, having her eye on Hoppus to set up that block.
Mylan Godshaw coming off a nice weekend in the ACC Big Ten Challenge last week. Gets nearly an ace. Boston College out of system. See if the Blue Devils can take advantage. Pin for Keefe. Down the line, and Carrie Keefe for their second kill.
And Duke needs to get Carrie Keefe going offensively. Even when everyone in the gym knows who the ball is going to, she can still put it away.
Michigan, who Duke faced last Sunday, did a very nice job of taking away Carrie Keefe as that primary option for Duke. How does Duke work to get Keefe more involved this afternoon?
Well, I think they're going to want to get her the ball when they're both in system and out of system. She's a really smart player. She sees the court really well, and even if it's not a great set, she can put the ball in a place where it'll cause Boston College to scramble. So then hopefully they give an easy ball back to Duke, and then they can run their offensive system. So she's just a very good player to get the ball to, no matter what the situation is, which will do something good with it.
And Godshaw with an ace. Ross just kind of missed that one.
Yeah, good float serve. You know, those float serves are really tough to pass when they drop like this one did. Almost like a knuckleball in baseball where it kind of floats and then changes directions in the air. So that's a pretty tough serve.
Served in. Middle attack at the net. Cadle making a play for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, good court awareness there. Nice joust. They always love to win a joust. That always feels good because 50-50 balls could go either way. Yeah, good court awareness there. Going up and strong hands.
One-on-one there, Cadle against Ross. Duke's done a nice job so far today. The serves have certainly helped, but Duke has done a nice job of, at least early in this first set, not letting Haggerty have a big impact for Boston College.
Right, and a big part of that has been been the serving. If Boston College can't get that ball passed to the net, it's really hard to run your middles, and it takes Haggerty out of the offensive options.
Duke's found a rhythm with Godshaw as well. Blue Devils have built a 3-point lead after trailing by 3 early in the set, and Godshaw with back-to-back aces.
Yeah, and Godshaw putting some good serving pressure on Boston College and also being very strategic in who she's serving. But yeah, look at that float serve. Just dropped a little bit, and the libero had to make an adjustment, and that's what caused her to shank it there at the end.
We talked a lot with Coach Nagel this week about the serving for her club. They had 17 service errors in that 5-set loss to Michigan State last Friday. And Coach Nagel talked about how Duke really practiced the pressure serving this week.
Yeah, because not only did they miss that many serves, but they were at really key moments where it swung the momentum, like coming out of a timeout, or you just win the ball on a side out and then you miss the serve. And so you have to practice that pressure, putting yourself, your team in those situations in practice where you do a hard drill and you're gassed afterwards, and then you're having to focus on your serve. So there's a big focus for the team this week.
Haggerty a big focus. Haggerty and Ross at the net, and BC to within 2.
Yep, and there's the blocking that we have always known from Haggerty, and you're going to be seeing that a lot tonight.
Haggerty, as you mentioned, best in the ACC, best in the country in blocks per set, leads the team in total blocks as well. Here's Keefe with the left hand. Oh, a little finesse shot to give the Blue Devils a 3-point lead.
Keefe has really good vision of the court, recognizing where the open spots are. You know, the last swing she took was down the line, and now she's recognizing that everyone's set back on her, so she just tips it nice and high right over the block.
Nikki Quinn has checked in. She will serve. Back row attack. Set for Ingram. A little bit of a miss set there. Ingram gets it over. Another chance for Ross, and blocked out.
And yet again, another tool from the toolbox for Ross off the high hands of Duke's right side block. She's just a really smart player, recognizing that there wasn't really anywhere for her to go, so she uses the hands of the block to get that point.
Roach comes in to serve, the senior. And we talked about the homegrown nature of this Boston College program. Coach Kennedy really sang her praise and said, you know, she wasn't ready to compete at the ACC level when she came in, but it was really developed into a nice all-around player for the Eagles.
Yeah, and I think this just is such a strength of his to recognize talent but then develop it. And you know, you're not seeing that a lot at other schools where they have a lot of transfers coming in and out, and it's hard to build that consistency and that development throughout the multiple years you might be with a program like you see at Boston College.
That one flipped over, and another point for Boston College. BC's come back to square it up. Serve continues for the Eagles. Ingram. Arcado has to bump it over. Another short play, and Haggerty with the kill, her 63rd of the match. And there you see, wearing the libero jersey today, Morgan Riddle, number 11 there in white. The Colorado transfer, the only transfer on this Boston College roster. So we talk about the homegrown nature of this BC club. Really emphasizes just how much Boston College has cultivated this from within.
Absolutely, and you know, talked about it, just build some resiliency and some grit too, because if he wants kids to be there that, you know, want to be there, and you're going to go through some hard times. Maybe you're not playing as much your early years, but you're working on your skills, and then you're going to earn that starting position down the line. And so just that resiliency and grit that builds helps the team in those situations when they're in tough situations against another team.
It is a bit of a older school mentality. You don't maybe hear that mentality a lot around college athletics anymore, given the age of NIL and the transfer portal.
Yeah, it's definitely a different day and age right now with college athletics, and I think there's a lot of value in, you know, sticking with it and sticking through it with the team. And obviously there's situations when it might not warrant that, but I really respect and admire Jason's approach to developing this program for, you know, the long haul with the players they have there.
Blue Devils get the point there after a little debate. Line judge had it out, but it was tipped according to the chair. So the Blue Devils back even. And off the tip from Ingram, the put away by Schroeder. Schroeder with 5 double-doubles already this year for Boston College, and off to a nice start today.
Yeah, and she's a hitter who's going to have a really fast arm swing. Notice that set out to the outside pin is a pretty fast set. They're trying to beat the block and create those seams for her to hit between.
Set for Richardson off the block. Duke will reset. Quinn again this way, and it's blocked. Might have also hit the antenna. Point for Boston College. Eagles by 2.
Yeah, they'll reverse the flow there to the right side pin, and just not the best contact there for Elo on the high right side ball.
Quinn in the middle. Schroeder again. And then dunked over easily. Hoppus with the put away.
And Hoppus just saying so disciplined and aware at the net. Big swing there, line shot. Good defense by Duke, but heads up play. Hoppus not letting that ball sneak back over.
Heads up play by Duke as well to let that one sail a bit long. Breaks the service for Boston College. And in comes Keefe and Grace Penn. Another layer to the contest today. Penn, who is serving for Duke, the Boston College transfer.
Yeah, and a bit of a fun fact. So in the number of career assists, Grace Penn is 8th, and number 9th is Lambros on the BC team. So kind of a head-to-head battle there for the 8th, 9th position in career assists.
Pinballs around it. The Blue Devils get the point. Has to be a little odd, though, going against the team that you just played for a season ago.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some different feelings there.
Mixed emotions.
Mixed emotions for sure. I mean, and also respect, you know, and you know, some insights. You play with those players, you can provide some insights into some of the strengths and areas of opportunity for your side.
Bit of a miss there. Boston College resets. Now Duke with an opportunity. Richardson with the attack. And the Eagles with the block. Boston College out to the 2-point lead here in the middle portion of this opening set.
Yeah, and BC is such a disciplined blocking team. Schroeder there on the right side this time. Nice block set up there.
Boston College hitting 471 here in the opening set. We'll have more opening set action from Durham in a moment.
Do for a program.
And some of the credit should go to the players too, because in this day and age of the portal and being able to not stick it out if maybe times get tough, the players sticking around and really investing in a program.
Yeah, absolutely, because you know, when in life are you going to get your first job and become an all-star at it? And yeah, look at the development there. You see Anna Harrington. I mean, first season played a little bit, but year in and year out she's getting better and better, and that's what you want to see in both a team and in life, right? In anything you do, always improving and working on it.
Miss swing there. Duke trying to tie it up here in the middle, and they do with Goss, the talented rookie for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Goss just hangs in the air. She's up so early. I mean, gosh, that set was probably even a little too low for her. They could get her up even higher and get that touch point higher for her, but she's so dynamic and athletic.
Keefe down the line. Still alive for the Eagles. Swung over by Lambros. Keefe finesses the line and the point. 4th kill for Carrie Keefe.
She's really working that line shot, both in swings and then in tips. You can see here, nice swing down the line, but notices the block is pulled inside. That spot right along the sideline is wide open.
Veteran play from Carrie Keefe for sure. Off a tip. Ingram. Ross again. And just kind of no man's land. Communication maybe not great for Duke there either.
Well, you know, the block should be taking that spot away, and you're setting your defense up around the block, so you're hoping that the block takes that ball away, or like the block did, it slowed it down, and the Duke defense just needs to go and pick that ball up.
Boston College back even. It's kind of been a seesaw opening set. 3 points have been the widest margin for either side. Keefe, cross court. To the back row for Underwood at the net. And an easy dunk for Ross.
But Duke Point, it looks like they're calling number 13 in the net.
Ross was over into the net.
Lucky play there for Duke.
Take another look at it here.
Yeah, overpass. Just top of the tape. Got a little too excited about sending that ball back over.
I would too.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. And Godshaw, another ace. Boy, Mylan Godshaw has found her rhythm at the service line this afternoon.
Yeah, she's been really effective from that back line tonight.
4 service aces for the Blue Devils today. They've all come from Godshaw. And just as we praise her, an error. There is the announcer jinx right there on full display. But again, that is something that Duke really wanted to work to clean up today, were those inopportune times for service errors.
Yeah, and she's done a good job of being aggressive on her serve, and so an error is going to happen here and then. Just not letting it happen to be too many further down the line.
And blocked again by Haggerty. Duke's done a good job of trying to take Haggerty away at times today, but Haggerty made her presence known there.
Haggerty doing what she does best. Her vision on the block, noticing that Cadle has snuck out for that 3-ball. She sneaks out with her as well, and then is so disciplined, blocking where her feet are, not having to reach.
Pin sets Keefe. Blocked again by the Eagles. I believe it was Ross that time.
It was Ross doing a really good job of setting up the block. That's the pin hitter's job, is to set the block up, and the middle's job is to close. And it also takes some vision, right? Because the pin blockers have to see the approach of the hitter and set that block up. So really good job by both players on the BC side.
Keefe again. And sometimes better to be lucky than good. And that time Keefe just got it over, and BC had a hard time handling it.
Yeah, they kind of caught the BC block on the way down with that tip. And she's just been really effective switching up the tempo of her swings from hard-driven balls to roll shots and tips over the block.
Is that something that Keefe is going to have to continue to do this season, reinvent her approach because she's scouted so heavily by the opponents?
Yeah, absolutely. I think she just has to rely on different shots and not get frustrated, which she doesn't seem to be, at least watching her body language. When a team is able to shut down one type of swing, she'll have plenty of other shots to go to.
Too much on that one for Ingram. Boston College by 1. Yelland is in for the Eagles. She will serve.
And Yelland actually leads the team in digs so far this season at 128.
Recorded a career high with 10 digs against the Blue Devils up in Chestnut Hill a season ago. Missed set there by Quinn. Cadle gets it over. Attacked by Schroeder, Godshaw, Quinn, and now Ingram. And the Blue Devils a little out of sorts there, but still get the point.
Yeah, really nice job by the Duke side to keep that ball. Not great passes, but okay passes, and each person bettering the ball and taking smart shots like that one Ingram did down the line.
Richardson on the attack. Blocked again by Haggerty.
I mean, the ball is just like a magnet to her hands. It's really incredible. I mean, high out-of-system ball, so everyone knows where it's going to. Just watch the press. They go up and over. They hold that press on their way down. And the timing on a ball like that is hard because it's not in your normal rhythm, and so they're very disciplined on the block.
And even without Haggerty in there, the Eagle block attacks again.
Yeah.
It's Schroeder that time on the block, and it forces Duke to call their first.
Offensively.
Boston College attacking again. Not great first contact there either for the Blue Devils. BC, as a result, gets an in-system swing, and Richardson somehow got it over. Schroeder attacks down the line for another point.
Wow. And that was some impressive out-of-system offense on the BC side. I mean, watch this incredible rundown by Riddle, and then bettering the ball. That swing right there looked like it could have been in system. She put a backward second ball, high pin in a place where Schroeder could take a big rip at it.
Schroeder only a sophomore as well. A lot of young talent on display today. Nice play by Cato, finding a seam. There were the Blue Devils getting the middles involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it started with a good first ball up to the net so that Quinn could run all three options if she wanted to. Maybe a little bit of a misconnect between her and Cato, but still good to run it and get that rhythm going for this match.
Point the Blue Devils certainly need here, down 2 late in this opening stanza. Cato serves. And another mighty swing for Harrington, the junior out of Florida. And it's set point for Boston College.
Yeah, and Coach Jason for the BC.
Quinn sets in the middle, and there's a good first step for Duke.
Yeah, I like that decision too. Going to your middle. Goss, who's been just very consistent and very athletic. That was also a really good connection. Got her up high when took the ball from kind of low.
And now Penn to serve. Remember, first to 25, win by 2. Blue Devils need a couple of points here at the service line. That's tipped, and Schroeder with the kill. And Boston College claims the opening set here in Durham this afternoon.
Yeah.
And 4 aces against the Blue Devils up in Boston last year. A 5-set win for the Eagles. Duke on the board to start the second set with Brianna Goss, who's been doing a little bit of everything for Duke this afternoon. That's her 4th kill.
Yeah, and when she can really do some damage in the middle there, if they can get her the ball, and it's a dynamic hitter that they need to keep feeding on the Duke side.
Good serve there for Duke. Another set in the middle. Penn got a piece of it. Gottschall free balls it over. Middle attack for the Eagles. Roach couldn't connect for the finish. Another chance for Schroeder, and the Blue Devils ready for that one.
Here you see Duke block doing a really good job being patient, swatting that tip ball right back on the side of the net by Richardson.
Goss sets, gets it right back. Good play by Riddle. Schroeder hits it long, but it was tipped, they say. Point for Boston College.
I predict there's going to be a challenge because Richardson seems pretty adamant that she did not touch the ball.
And Maddie Bryant coming over, telling Coach Nagel not to challenge that one.
Okay, so yes, some other player. I mean, players do have the best view on the court there of that. So
you're right. Richardson was very adamant. Duke not wanting to waste the challenge here. Now Schroeder serves for Gottschall. Penn sets it up. High set for Keefe. Riddle right there. Back row attack. Schroeder skims the net. Gottschall for Keefe again. Cross court for the kill. Her 6th of the match.
And Keefe is so hard to defend. Watch not only the touch point she contacts this ball at, she just snaps right over the block on that sharp cross court swing. And she could have gone line or sharp crossing the block. Really, they're just setting up so the defense can play around them. They have to stay disciplined on Carrie Keefe.
And a great swing there by Hoppus. Hoppus, another one of those weapons for Boston College. Sophomore out of Texas. More of an offensive threat than perhaps a blocker, but still a lot of arrows in the quiver for the Eagles on this roster. Pin and again for Keefe. And good court vision by Carrie Keith to drop that one home.
I mean, she's doing a great job of kind of yo-yoing her shots. Big swing mixed with a nice, pretty well disguised tip right over the block. And so it's hard for the BC defense. They want to read that shot, but then two, to make that play. So really nice job of her shot mix-up and selection.
You talk about reading a shot. How much for Keefe is kind of reading things as she's hanging, trying to figure out if she's going to get that big swing or if she's going to go with the short shot. There's a big swing right there for Boston College.
Yeah, another big swing by Ross. She's just ripping the ball. Yeah, a lot of it is vision. It's a little bit of feel. You can kind of feel and see in your peripheral vision kind of where the block is and where your openings are, but it's also recognizing what you did last time and switching that up because she has the ability to hide it and not show that tip so early so that everyone's kind of on their heels ready for the big dig, and then they tip it right over the block.
Petrie serves for Boston College. Richardson on the attack. Another block by the Eagles. Duke resets. Tiffany Powman, one of those grad students, has come in for Duke to play the front row, and nothing that Duke could do there on that Boston College swing. The Eagles, another one on the board to tie it up.
Yeah, watch this really fast defense to offensive transition, just threading the needle there between the block and that antenna.
Petrie serves again. Blocked again. Haggerty in the fray for the Eagle lead.
I mean, just can't say enough good things about her block. And watch the timing of this block. She's really patient, recognizing a slower approach by Richardson. Waits and hangs. That timing is really key with her blocking as well.
Is that one of those intangible things for a player with the timing and knowing when to take their jump?
I mean, it's a lot of scouting because every player, some players hang and hit the ball, some are like a faster tempo swing, so it's about scouting it and then just having the discipline to remember that and wait, and she's just phenomenal at it.
Boston College has scored 3 of the last 4 points. Duke on the serve at a tie second set, but Boston College surges ahead as Ross with another kill, her team best 7th of the contest. This has been a very methodical effort for Boston College here in the first set plus.
Yeah, nothing flashy, but just good solid sets and good solid swings.
The announcer jinx again, gets yelling. And Riley Cato has the honors now for Duke. One of the things Duke really talked about, according to Coach Nagel this week, was competing from the start. And Duke fell down 2-0 early against Michigan, fought back in that third set before losing in 3 sets. Down 2-0 last Friday against Michigan State, forced a 5th set. But that was one of the other big points of emphasis for the Blue Devils coming into this first weekend of ACC play.
Yeah, I mean, coming back, being down 0-2 against a good team like Michigan State in the Big Ten, like that just shows you've got the resiliency and the grit and the fortitude to work your way back. It's not always going to be pretty or easy, and so you can lean back on that in these other tougher matches that you're going to face in the ACC.
A point for Boston College, and some of the, it goes back to Richardson for the Blue Devils and just the grit that she and her teammates have kind of shown late in matches. And Coach Nagel pointed to Richardson being one of those vocal leaders on this Duke team. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, she's really developed her leadership over the years as she's entering in her senior year here, just being that vocal leader, that energy leader on the court, and just having some off-season experiences that have really built some more ingrained resiliency and grit. It just makes you appreciate being on the court a lot more and wanting to soak up and play hard every point.
2 hips repaired for Richardson on April the 1st. Not with the team, but early in the season. But Coach Nagel just pointed to how much of a community effort it was to get Richardson back on the court for Duke. It was the athletic trainer, the physical therapist, Rachel herself, just to continue to work at her craft to get back and contribute to her team in a big way.
Yeah, that is not easy mentally or physically. So kudos to, takes a village. Kudos to her and those around her.
Godshaw, we thought, had the up there, but that would hit the deck. Boston College gets the point. Eagles with a couple of subs, including Lambros, who's in to serve. And an ace for Lambros.
And she is #1 BC record holder for number of career aces.
130 tied the school record. Now they set the school record in terms of career aces. And right on cue, there's an error.
We really are
really
gotta work on this jinxing thing
really
tonight.
Blue Devils back to within 1. C squared with you today from Cameron. Thanks for hanging out with us. Taylor Williams serves. Left-handed attack off the tip. Godshaw over to get it. Penn sets behind her for Keefe. Punches that one over. BC out of system. Free balls it over. Penn in the middle. Goss couldn't put it away. Duke resets. Here's Keefe again. BC ready for the short shot there. And cross. Oh, what a dig there by Godshaw. And at the net, the Eagles get the point.
Yeah, great net play there by Roach. A lot of back and forth. Great digs on both sides of the net. But a heck of a rip on that outside pin and then just being ready to send that ball right back over.
See if that's a swing point here in the set. Boston College gets the serve right back with Schroeder. 7 kills against the Blue Devils a year ago. Her serving has really improved, according to her head coach. I'm going to quit mentioning the serve at all.
Yeah, man. They're going to start giving us errors here, Chris.
It's pretty bad up here today. We've got like a negative 1,000 hitting percentage right now. Duke to within 1. And as good as Boston College was in terms of the hitting percentage in the first set, they're hitting .500 here in set number 2. So the Eagles, after that one was blocked, still hitting at a high clip, but the Blue Devils are starting to find their footing a bit more in the second set.
Yeah, and the Blue Devils are hanging in there, and that block is a good momentum shifter. Good setup there by Richardson. You can see they're angling her hands right back into the court to redirect that ball straight down. I mean, her reach over the net is really impressive.
Good timing as well. No tip there, an error by Ross.
Yeah, I think Ross was looking for some high hands there on the Duke block, and just sometimes he's swinging and miss, trying to go off those high hands. But these are the points that Duke needs to utilize, these unforced errors by BC that they need to capitalize on for this second set.
Godshaw serves.
Chris,
that's on you.
I did not mention the serve.
No, you said got to capitalize.
That's true. Okay.
That's all on you.
Shared error there, shared error.
I want no part of the responsibility. I have enough blame of my own for the other ones. Rhodes to serve. Duke scored the last 3 to tie up this second set. Richardson. Good play by Schroeder. Ross again. Overpass results in a point. And there's that first ball contact again for the Blue Devils that they've kind of had issues with at times today.
Yeah, and defensively getting the ball up, number 1, but then getting it up where you can run your transition offense out of it is really key here.
Carrie Keefe right back to tie it up.
Feed the hot hand. Well, she's coming off the court now, but that's what Duke has to do while Carrie Keefe is in there, is get her the ball. She is so effective on that right side. BC has not found an answer for her yet.
I saw Haggerty come over a little bit late there to try to help on the block too.
Yeah, and that's part of that, you know, Cato's in the front court there too, and recognizing that she's a threat, so she has to respect Cato and stay on her until the ball is set. And that's why establishing the middle is so important.
Good back row attack there by Schroeder. Boston College swings in front. Schroeder's having a really nice match. That was her 5th kill.
Yeah, and out of the back court, she's such a solid hitter, hitting over 400 right now with 0 errors. Can do it from the front court and the back court.
Pardon me, her 6th kill. She also has 5 digs, so inching closer to a double-double this afternoon. Paulman flips one over. Paulman, the grad transfer, getting her doctorate at Duke. But Boston College wins that battle at the net, and the Eagles have a 2-point lead.
And the one thing about Boston College is their ball control is exceptional. They don't make a lot of errors, and they do really good things with the ball in not great situations.
Eagles hitting over 400 here in this second set, and they've got a 2-point lead at Cameron Indoor Stadium. More action coming up in a moment on ACC Network. Leading by a set and already up by 2 here in set 2.
I think just keep playing the game we know how to play, keep the pedal to the metal, and just stay very steady. I mean, they're a very steady, strong ball control team that just trusting in that process on their side, not getting too rattled by kind of swings back and forth.
Petrie with a good serve there. Penn sets behind her. Cato had it blocked out.
Yes, and I love the reverse the flow there by Grace Penn. Pass was forward on the net a little bit. She kicks it all the way back to Cato. A lot of times the blockers move with the flow of the ball, and so you can create some seams for your attackers on those other sides of the net.
Petrie plays it. Richardson just keeps it alive. Williams down the line. Oh, a good play there by Schroeder to dig it out. Blocked out. Blue Devils have tied it up.
And big swings by both sides, both outside pins on some out-of-system balls there. You can see nice ball by Grace Penn, good rip by Taylor Williams off the block.
Ross pushes it over. Good up there by the Blue Devils. Back row attack by Richardson. Schroeder. Now Cato, Penn, Williams off the tip. And BC keeps it alive. Eagles trying to recover here. Cato very flat-footed, and just it was Duke that was more of an out-of-system look there for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, just kind of got out of rhythm there. Some mistimed sets and connections, and just couldn't really get their feet still underneath them.
BC back in front by the slimmest of margins. Yelland ready to serve. Williams down the line to tie it again. It's been a lot of the underclassmen that have gotten it done for the Blue Devils today.
Yeah, and that was a really nice, confident, big swing on the outside. Recognizing line was wide open. The right back kind of inching up a little bit in that rotation defense. Really nice execution there by Williams.
And that goes back to something Coach Nagel talked to us about this week in terms of the depth of this team. Feels like she's got a lot of pieces that she can put in there, and the gap is not as big maybe from one player to the next player.
Yeah, you know, there's some kind of 2 or 3 mainstay players in the court, but every other position you can really mix and match based on maybe who's performing and producing, or who the best matchup is with the other side of the net. And so it's kind of a fun way to mix up and strategize your team in every match.
They say a tip there, so Boston College getting the point. Riddle serves. And an ace. The second for Boston College of the match. And the Blue Devils call a timeout here.
You have a vulnerability there, but you also have some other options in the backcourt. Ooh, nice serve, ice there decision by Duke. Another timeout.
Ties it up. But some of that is for Duke, which system they're going to run. Obviously, in the 5-1 here now, with Penn being the only setter out there for the Blue Devils, it's based upon the opponent that you're seeing.
Yeah, it could be based upon the opponent you're seeing. Maybe you want to get a certain matchup or get some more attacking power in the front court, or it could be, you know, for instance, in a 5-1, Carrie Keefe is in all the way around. She's not, if they go into 6-2, she has to sub out for the other setter, and so you lose her being in the back court. So there's disadvantages and advantages to each, and you kind of weigh that when you're picking which system you're going to be in against each team.
Duke looking for the 2-point lead. Penn serves in the middle, right back for BC, but the Eagles couldn't capitalize. Another chance on the for her team, and now Jason Kennedy calls his first timeout just to try to rally his team in this second set.
Yeah, you don't want, you know, there's a smaller margin here. You're getting closer to 6.25, and so you're wanting to stop that momentum sooner so you can close that gap and regain the lead.
What do you think Coach Kennedy is going to tell his team here during this timeout?
Well, I think he's going to be very strategic and very calm and practical about it. He's going to talk about, what can we control? Let's not let our emotions get too high or too low, but let's think about, okay, what are our options here, and how are we going to capitalize on our strengths on our side of the net? And then go back to what we do best, blocking, right? Put some pressure on Duke and on our attack, get them kind of scrambling, and then let's turn the heat on with our block and shut it down.
Blue Devils have been able to take advantage with Haggerty not in there for the last several points as well. And Duke's done a good job so far of this set of going away from Haggerty when she's been in there. 5 blocks for Haggerty so far today. Still a threat, but give Duke credit for executing their game plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Duke's finding ways now to get some more production out of their offense, improve their hitting percentage here a little bit better than it was at the start, and being more patient, letting BC make some unforced errors and not trying to reach and rush it on their side.
A lot of smiling faces in here for the early start today in Durham. Duke trying to even up the match. Pin to serve. Served in, set at the net. Pin a nice play to keep it alive. Here's Keefe. Went cross court. Back set for Schroeder. Off the tip. Gotcha. Oh, won it up by Pin. Oh, and Richardson just couldn't get it over.
Wow, what a hustle play on the Duke side of the net. Almost skirting that ball over. Big swing there by Schroeder. Nice defensive play and pancake to keep the ball alive. Just not enough oomph. But good hustle plays.
1 point. Blue Devil advantage. Lambros serves it in. Pin sets in the middle. Goss puts it away again for the Blue Devils.
And Goss doing such an incredible job in that middle position. She's so effective on that 3-ball, which is a bit of kind of a shoot set to the middle in that gap. Really nice swing and good connection between her and Penn. Brianna Goss is hitting over 500, 0 errors on the night, 6 kills. I mean, really efficient for a first-year player in a pressure situation like this match is.
One of her best performances of the year in the conference opener for Goss. Richardson with another swing and a 3-point Duke lead.
And there you see that those middle plays before allowing for that seam that Richardson is able to capitalize on. The BC middle sticking with Goss because they have to respect her and stay on her, but then causes that delay.
Oh, and served out. An unfortunate time for a service error. And it'll be Schroeder to serve after the service error by Williams.
Now Duke's looking, they've got Carrie Keefe in, and they've also got Brianna Goss, so 2 hot hands right now that they can use to capitalize on.
Schroeder serves it in. Underwood was right there on the serve receive, and then Richardson asking for the tip, didn't get it. And the Eagles 2 within a point. Here's another look.
Now she was trying to go off high hands or down the line. I can see where she thought maybe she was trying to get that right hand of Hoppus, but just didn't quite get it.
Richardson tries again. Overpass, flipped over nicely by Hoppus. Richardson, back row it in.
Smart play there by Richardson. Oh, I'm sorry, Brianna Goss.
Yeah, it
deep
was Goss.
Corner.
Yeah.
She elevated so high, I thought it was the outside attack. But really nice 3-ball there. Smart play, put in that deep corner pocket of the court where even if BC did get a touch on it, it wasn't going to be a quality touch, but really smart shot.
Boston College has challenged this play. BC thinking it might have been out. The line judge ruled it in, and as we've discussed ad nauseum, indisputable video evidence is what they're looking for here to change the call on the court. Remember, if any part of the ball hits the line, it is considered in.
And I think this is one of those challenges where it's twofold. You're challenging it because you thought it was out, but you're also using it as a timeout to hopefully stop the momentum that Duke just gained with a really nice shot from Goss like that. So kind of a twofold.
We'll take a glance at it here. Good swing by Goss. And the call, by the way, is reversed. They say it is out, so a great challenge by Jason Kennedy. Using it perfectly, he retains that other challenge, and Boston College now has it all square.
That was a really big swing right there. Very key challenge in this second set.
Schroeder serving for the lead. Pin sets for Keith. Schroeder had to hit the scoreboard, and the Blue Devils take the advantage.
Oh man, a scoreboard bounce. Those are tricky, but it is in play as long as it stays on your side of the net. It is in play. If the ball touches the scoreboard and goes back over, it would be considered out.
So the Eagles now find themselves down by one. Godshall with a good serve. Riddle pushed over. Pin for Cato. Hoppus. There's Richardson now. Blue Devils set it up in system for Keefe. Hits the antenna. And the Blue Devils with set point.
And you can really see and feel the confidence and the assertiveness on the Duke side of the net right now. BC looking a little tight, a little more tentative than they have been, and Duke just really let it all out on their side.
Now Godshall serving for the set. Keefe. Oh, he'll play to keep it alive. Hoppus. That's out. And the Blue Devils have evened it up in Durham.
Yeah, really nice.
Blue Devils have the honors. Grace Penn, the Boston College transfer, opens up the third set. Williams with the right hand and finds a seam, gets it past Riddle, and the Blue Devils with the first point.
And that's the start that Duke wants. Nice swing from Taylor Williamson. Williams right there, center of the court.
And Schroeder with another error. Third error for Schroeder, who's had a pretty good match overall, and this kind of goes back to what Boston College was doing at the latter part of the second set. Just a lot of unfortunate errors for Boston College.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of their offensive style. Oh, there you go.
And maybe that's what BC needs to do more, is get the middles involved. Roach with the first kill for BC in the third set.
Yeah, absolutely. Having Roach there, nice, great pass, good connection with Roach. That's what you want to see on the BC side.
Well, it really goes back to what you're talking about from a Duke perspective, but true for Boston College. That first contact, so important.
It is so important. Oh, a great serve there by BC too.
Schroeder with an ace, the third of the match for Boston College. That was not on me.
I'll take that.
That was not on me.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I have just, less is more sometimes. All I'm telling you is who is serving, since we have done so poorly at predicting the outcomes of these serves. That was a good one by Williams. Keefe had to play that pin with the set in the middle for Goss. Goss having a phenomenal match for the Blue Devils, her 7th kill, her career high 13 earlier this year against Davidson, where she was named ACC Freshman of the Week.
Yeah, she's really having a great match, and kudos to her. She is always up in the air and ready, and that's what you want, and that's what good middles do, is they're up and available for their setter, even if they're not going to get set.
Ross to the back row, that's out. Back to Goss for a moment. That 3-match stretch in non-conference earlier this year. 27 combined kills, a 13 against Davidson, but combined also against LSU and Florida International have a really big weekend. And in the conference opener for the Blue Devils, it's Goss who's having a good start today.
And this is going to be an important rotation here for BC. They got Haggerty back into the front court. She is that blocking presence that gave them such strong momentum in the first set and into this first half of the second set. So having her back in the front court is going to be big for BC right now.
See if the Eagles can utilize her blocking ability the best in the country. Did Haggerty get a piece of that? No, she did not. It's out. I know that's a headsy play too for Haggerty, realizing, hey, don't touch that ball.
Right, yeah, it looked like it got the top of the tape and kind of bounced off again, recognizing, you know, not reaching, just staying where you are. Block where your feet are, stay where your feet are. Same in both worlds.
Important life lesson for all of us.
Right.
Pin at the net, she might have made contact with it as she did. Maybe that's one for Pin where you just think about dumping it over.
Well, yes, you also sometimes in those situations you're hoping that that's what the middle blocker, and she's also backcourt, so she can't dump it over because she's coming from the backcourt.
Right,
so
that's right.
She can't be a backcourt attack.
Just bad news either way.
Yeah.
Keefe. Again, out. And Duke may be asking for a touch. We'll take a look.
Great hustle play by BC, recognizing that tip that had burned them so many times in the first and second set. I'm not seeing the tip there off the hands. Usually I look for but been wrong many times before, so.
Same. We'll be wrong again. Another service error for the Eagles. That is their 9th of the match. We talk about serving tough, but a lot of errors for Boston College at the service line that have given away a bunch of points today. Boston College does have more errors than aces as a team coming into action this afternoon. Back row attack by Schroeder. Pin there to play it. Now Keefe. And hits that one wide, and a little bit too much pace on that one.
Yeah, 2 bit uncharacteristic errors for Keefe. I think, but she's a leader. She's composed. She's just going to reset herself and forget about that and move on to the next.
What do you want to see both of these teams do? Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different, but what's the key here to kind of getting things rolling in this third set?
Well, it's going to be putting the ball in when you serve, or at least making a good error versus a bad error, right? We talk about errors. There's good errors and there's bad errors. A bad error is in the net. A good error is a little bit long. At least it gives the other team a chance to play it. So kind of cleaning up those things on each side of the net, I think, is going to be key.
Schroeder again from the back row. And that one way too long. Just certainly seems like Boston College the last several moments, whether it's the latter part of the second set into this early part of the third set, just out of sorts, much different than what they were in the opening set.
Yeah, they just seem like they kind of lost their rhythm a little bit and lost their swagger. And just, it's going to take little by little getting a few momentum points, getting back in your rhythm. But yeah, that's kind of the feeling that we're having up here is just that intensity has dropped off a little bit on the BC side.
Is it something that Duke did?
I mean, Duke is playing with them and a bit more consistent, but they're also not playing the cleanest game either, and so I think they're just capitalizing a little bit more on some of BC's errors.
Good swing by Schroeder there to give BC the 2-point lead.
Yeah.
Oh, 1-point lead.
See Duke regrouping there and trying to slow down the momentum that BC just regained by getting the ball back to serve.
Tatum. Good play by Harrington. Haggerty in the middle. And another point for the Eagles. And maybe that's what Boston College needs, is to get Haggerty going a little bit.
Yeah, and that was a really nice set there too by Aubrey Moore. Setter coming back in on the right back there. Good connection with Haggerty.
Richardson off a tip. Harrington again, but Godshaw there to dig it out. Richardson tries one more time, and no tip there.
And you can tell Duke's really trying to press, going off those high hands and just not making the contact, the connection they are used to doing and have been very successful with off those high hands.
And that is out. BC with now 11 service errors. Only 5 for Duke. Give the Blue Devils a lot of credit. It's an area where they have wanted to improve and have improved some this afternoon as it relates to serving tough. That's a for sure announcer jinx there. Oh, served in by Richardson. We're off the hook. Richardson back row into the net. And Christina, both teams feel like they're a little out of sorts right now, a little out of rhythm. But because your opponent may be also a little out of sorts, do you hesitate to take a timeout in a situation like this?
Yeah, because there's kind of not this consistent momentum swing either way. It's kind of iffy on both sides. So I think you're kind of hoping the other one, kind of playing chicken right now, hoping the other one calls the shot of a timeout.
There's a rotation infraction there by the Blue Devils to give Boston College the point. And it just seems, as BC with another error, very staccato in this third set for both sides.
Yeah, neither team is really taking ownership of the tempo and the play. It's a lot of points are being won right now through errors and through points, not how you want to win. You're not creating your own destiny. You're waiting for the other team to create your destiny. And so whatever team is going to take ownership of this is the one that's going to come out on top in this third set.
And there you see BC just with some miscommunication. You like the hustle, but the Blue Devils get the point again off of Boston College mental mistake.
Yeah, good tip there, and just kind of more hesitant play, not running through the ball on that tip ball, both kind of reaching but not making that full commitment on the move.
Schroeder hits that one long. Another error on the attack for Boston College. And Boston College now with a negative hitting percentage here in the third set.
And I think you're seeing both coaches too kind of trying to let their teams work through it right now.
And maybe that'll get Boston College going. Harrington puts one away. Breaks the Duke scoring run, and the Eagles now up by 2.
Yeah, and again, nice reverse the flow there by the BC side and allowing that gap and that misconnect on the block, giving Harrington that opening.
Williams had it blocked out.
Yeah, and this is a good swing by Williams off the hands. BC to combat that needs to just turn their hands into the center of their court. They're kind of uncharacteristically a little bit letting their hands redirect the ball in the direction they don't want it to go.
What a serve by Penn. Knuckleballing one to the back corner, and another ace to tie it up.
Yeah, she's got a really nice float serve here. And that one just dropped right into the corner pocket.
Nearly another ace there. Instead, BC out of system. Blue Devils trying to capitalize with Richardson from the back row. Schroeder flips it over, and Boston College has taken a 1-point lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that's a really smart play. She didn't feel like she had a good swing on it. She put it in a spot that's going to cause confusion and chaos, and it ended up being even better, a point for BC.
A bit of a back and forth set here, a little bit of mucking it up by both teams. We'll see which team BC with more errors, but they've done a better job cleaning it up here in this third. Blue Devils go back to Goss off the tip to tie it up.
Yeah, really smart decision there by Penn to go to Goss. Again, she's just so solid about being up and ready that it's hard not to set her.
Having a phenomenal day in our first ACC match. 8 kills for Goss, and Boston College comes right back. You know, we talk about just kind of the nature of this set and how tough it's been for both teams to cultivate any sort of rhythm. As a player, is this just one where you're like, okay, we got to get through it and then reset in the fourth set?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you want to definitely get through it. You want to get through it and be on top, so you have
Sure.
that lead. And so it's just trying to find those small ways to kind of clean up your side. And it's not doing anything big or fancy. It's just, okay, let's focus on what we can control and let ourselves get back into a rhythm to make it through this set.
BC by 2. Again, it's just that kind of the microcosm, and I think Coach's face tells the story of how things have been for the third set for the Eagles, but for both teams in general.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are just really beating themselves on both their sides, which is kind of equaling out to be this back and forth set.
And one error deserves another. And again, for Duke, a point of emphasis were the serving tough, and Duke wanted to put their players in a position this week in some tougher situations. And right now, again, for Duke, unfortunately, the service error is kind of rearing their head at an opportune time. Keefe on the attack, had it blocked. Richardson tries now for Duke. Off the tip, Penn keeps it going. Richardson again to the back row. Good rally brewing here. Boston College trying to terminate. It's a chance for Keefe with the left hand. Blocked again. And it's Haggerty involved for the Eagles to give BC a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and that's the blocking combination we're used to seeing from Ross and Haggerty. Look at that nicely timed, solid block. They're just, I think, relieved to finally get a block back onto their stat sheet for this third set.
It's been a while for Boston College, and Haggerty, who's the best in the nation. Cato, oh, good dig there by Boston College, and Moore. Riddle keeps it going. Moore on this set, and out. Ross tried to go cross court, but couldn't finesse it in.
Yeah, and kudos to Duke's block being really set up well on Ross, forcing her to go cross and just a little bit too long as she's trying to make that cross court swing.
Christina Barrow checks in for the first time today. Maybe Duke just looking for a spark at the service line.
Yeah, and she's a really good server, and so definitely looking for that serving specialist spark that she provides.
Cato and Penn there on the block. Riddle bumps it over. Penn at the net, setting Richardson. Out. BC by 3. Richardson coming out, and Avery Hamlin coming in.
Yeah, at this point, just maybe looking for a different look that you can give BC's blockers and defense. Just trying to mix things up, see what might spark some offensive momentum on the Duke side.
Boston College trying to take advantage. Serve to Godshaw. Penn sets up Cato. Tries to hit cross. Now another opportunity for the Eagles. Godshaw, another nice play. The rookie doing a little bit of everything for the Blue Devils defensively. And another attack error on Duke. BC by 4. And the Blue Devils call timeout.
At some point, going to be win or go home within a match.
Pretty pressure packed here. Boston College with the lead, trying to close out a third set victory. Hamlin receives the serve, gets it right back. Schroeder, back set. Cato, Penn, kind of pinballs around. Schroeder again. And Schroeder terminates for Boston College.
Yeah, nice ball control and patience there on the BC side, and ending with a smart shot from Schroeder through that seam of Duke's block.
And the Blue Devils call. Penn tried to push it over. Borrow, now Cato. And Cato, right on cue, finds a seam and breaks the service for Boston College.
Yeah, and that was a great out-of-system ball from Borrow, giving Cato a chance to make a good play on it. And she's really smart and puts it in that seam between the right back and the middle back defenders on the BC side.
5 kills for Cato today to go along with 3 digs. Borrow, now Penn. Williams, the rookie, had it blocked. And another point for the Eagles as they close in on a 3rd set win.
Yeah, that's just a tough ball, a little bit tight. Everyone knows where it's going because it's out of system, and that's a big block and a well-formed block to go up against with a ball that's tight like that.
Riddle to serve. Williams tries again. Hamlin, oh, pin the over. Schroeder free balls it. Penn pushes it to the deck. And a point for Duke.
Yeah, and really smart play there by Penn. It's a nice, high, great pass. And the good passes are the ones where you want to dump on because everyone thinks you're going to go to a hitter. And she's very smart and recognizes that no one was jumping with her, and she puts the ball over.
Schroeder, that's out. And back-to-back points for Duke.
And here's Duke. They're chipping away. They're causing a momentum shift to get the ball timeout.
Trying to keep the momentum. They've scored back-to-back points. And Cato nearly an ace. Penn in the middle. Goss, the rookie. And the Blue Devils, 2 then 2.
Yes, and that's a great decision by Penn going to Goss. She's been effective. She was up and ready. BC has not really had an answer for her, and they put 2 blockers on her, and she's still able to capitalize.
Served into Schroeder, and BC goes back to the middle. Borrow helping to get it over. And the termination at set point for Boston College off the big swing.
It's a great touch and dig there by Borrow. Duke's defense just couldn't quite respond to a big swing by the right side Harrington.
And now the Eagles with a couple of set points here. Penn, back row, Hamlin. And Boston College claims the 3rd set. The Eagles grinding it out to get the 3rd set win.
Yeah, I think it's reset and play a cleaner game. They got Carrie Keefe back in and Goss, so it's going to be those 2 that they're going to want to key on offensively, but not the start that Duke wants there in this first point.
Roach in the middle, getting it going for Boston College offensively. Lambros with the serve, skims the net. Keefe with the first attack for Duke in this 4th set. Schroeder off the tip. Penn sets it up. Williams, a nice play, and a good job by BC and Hoppus to get it over. And a big swing by Carrie Keefe with her 11th kill.
And you could feel that Carrie Keefe wanted to end that rally, and she was the best person to go to do it. A nice set, clean, really strong swing there in that deep cross-court shot.
Taylor Williams has played some valuable points for Duke tonight. Blue Devils block it out. Good effort, just couldn't keep it in.
And Hoppus does a great job from both pins, especially being a lefty. That's a pretty tough order, and you see Carrie Keefe hit from the outside from time to time too, but as a lefty hitting on the outside, it's not as natural as it is for you to hit on the right side, so she's done a great job.
Pin for Keefe, flips it over, and again the touch shot by Keefe is effective.
It is so effective, and that time she didn't hide it as early on as she normally does, but it got the job done. It's right over the block, where it's almost really hard, I'm sure, for the defenders to see until it gets right to the top of the block.
And again, no Haggerty out there right now for Boston College. Blue Devils trying to take advantage early in the 4th set. What a swing by Ross.
And those were the swings we were used to seeing in the first set from her. Didn't quite see it in that third set, but it's back in this fourth set. Big rip right on the outside. That nice cross court outside of the block swing.
Haggerty back in there for the Eagles. Penn setting it for Keith. Back row, Schroeder. Short-armed it into the net.
And Schroeder definitely wants that one back. Just a little bit of missed time in that back court. Staying composed and ready for the next one, though.
Keith to serve. And another powerful put away by Ross.
And those are two back-to-back hard cross-court shots that she's hit without anything slowing it down. So, I mean, she can hit lines, so Duke has to respect that. But I think as a defender, you got to really step into that cross-court area.
Ross, one of two Eagles with double-figure kills today. Schroeder also has 11. Balanced attack for Boston College. Hamlin. Oh, what a swing by the rookie. And we're seeing the young depth on display for Coach Nagel's club this afternoon.
Yeah, we've got right now 2 freshmen outsides in Avery Hamlin and Taylor Williams. They're doing a great job. It's hard to come into a big match and you're a key player that's going to get a lot of attempts, so they're staying very composed and very aggressive, which is nice to see.
Back set for Cato, who puts another one home. Half a dozen for Riley Cato.
And she's really effective off of that 1-foot slide behind the setter. And this was a nice transition in rhythm set.
Dumped over by Cato, nearly resulted in a point. Said Haggerty gets the Eagles back in rhythm. Keith on the back row, another one. 13 for Carrie Keith.
And Duke's going to want to take advantage of Carrie Keith's backcourt swing. She's, as much as she is effective in the front court, she's just as effective hitting out of the backcourt. And you could see there Haggerty knowing that she just didn't line up the way she needed to on her, but great swing by Carrie Keith.
A little indecision, it seemed, by Harrington, whether she wanted to play that ball or let it go.
I think that set was meant for the middle, and I think it's a bit of a mistimed, misconnect there, so it kind of floated over the middle, and Harrington was trying to salvage it there.
Duke's built a 3-point lead until that error. Brings Yelland back in, and again, it's not just the errors, it's the time of the errors as well.
Yeah, you get the side out, you're getting the momentum back, and then give it right back to them without them having to do anything.
And again, one error deserves another. Another Boston College service error. That is 14 errors for the Eagles today. And off the tip, an ace for Duke.
And those are the types of points Duke wants to continue to score and take this lead a little further on their side. Cato doing a good job from behind the line there. You can see there Duke's aces doubled now what BC has.
And that's out. So now 8 errors, 8 aces. If you're Duke, are you okay with that ratio of basically 1-to-1?
I think so, because you're kind of trading an ace for an error, but I think if the scales tip to more errors over aces, that's when you're getting a little sloppy.
Pin. Pushed over. And another put away for BC.
And when BC runs their offense, especially out to Schroeder, they run a really fast offense. It's almost like a shoot set to the pin, and so doesn't give Duke's block much time to set up, especially in transition like that.
And how about the rookie Goss with another phenomenal game for Duke.
Yes, and it all started with that the rookie Avery's pass and service seed, nailing the pass to the other rookie, Goss, to get the kill. Really nice job by both freshmen, Avery and Goss.
Rookie and the vet there as Penn kind of set it up. Now Penn plays it down the line. Good job by Godshaw to keep it going. Here's Williams, another rookie, and another point for Duke. 6 kills for Williams.
And that's a great swing, especially just a confidence builder for Williams. And that is a small window to hit between. She feels good about that swing for sure.
Schroeder punches it over. Keefe for the attack. Oh, look at division by Carrie Keefe. Cross court, and another one for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, BC a little bit disorganized on their side, not able to get themselves set up and in position to play defense, and Duke just really doing a good job of playing clean, crisp transition volleyball.
Surprised Boston College is not taking a timeout here.
A little bit.
Schroeder tried to get the Blue Devils back on the board. Now Williams, the short attack, and another point for Duke. And a Boston College timeout to boot. The Blue Devils have scored the last 4 of Duke with the lead here in the 4th set, and they add to it. Another rookie, Brianna Goss, keep having a night, number 5.
She is having a night. That is her 3rd block of the night, and she's hitting over 400. She's doing it offensively and defensively.
Approaching her career high in kills. She has 10 tonight. Her career mark is 13, and Boston College answers right back with Harrington.
That was a gnarly swing by Harrington on the right side. Just snapped that right down the line. Really nice set, and then right on the foot of Gottschall.
Broke a 5-0 run for the Blue Devils. And now Boston College trying to chip back in it. Williams off the tip, and BC was into the net.
And the freshmen are really having a night tonight. I mean, you've got great production from Brianna Goss, and then you've got it from Taylor Williams as well. And then, you know, you've got Avery when she's in the backcourt doing a good job passing.
Not much going right now for Boston College as Hoppus with the error, and Duke has built the 8-point lead. It's kind of been more of the same, unfortunately, for Boston College here in the 4th set after really struggling to find their footing offensively last set. Blocked by the Blue Devils. At the net, Schroeder pushes it over. Keefe with the attack, another finesse shot. Hoppus had it blocked. Ambrose sets it up. Schroeder again off a block. Tries again, and a tip gets Boston College another point.
And that was really good, gritty play and patient play by Boston College. Some, you know, tough out-of-system balls there, but they're making smart shots and not trying to do too much with it, but putting it in spots that are going to get them some production there offensively.
Pin for Hamlin. Blocked. Good recovery, Godshaw. Hamlin tries again. Schroeder. Good back row attack. And Carrie Keefe with her 15th kill.
The tempo of Duke's side right now is just so much more in rhythm. It's sharper, it's crisper, it's cleaner. They're just much more in control of this match, clearly by the score, but this is the play that they're used to playing and that they want to stay at a consistent level.
Hamlin again. Short-armed it. Keefe. Oh, another dump shot, and it results almost in a kill. BC, a lot of credit for getting that one over. And out.
Oh, and that is some awesome scrappy play by Boston College. I mean, there is no quit on this team's side of the net. There is some kind of little ping pong into the net there. Found a way to get it back over and wound up with the point.
Boston College needing to find some momentum in this fourth set. Carrie Keefe. Lambros there to dig it out. Keefe again, pushed out by BC. I feel like the first ball contact is getting better for Duke in this set.
Absolutely. I mean, everything is pushed inside the 10-foot line, kind of right around that blue half circle there in the center of the court. And it just allows you to run your offense and forces the BC block to make some decisions, which they didn't have to in the first two sets.
Hamlin. Oh, got lucky with the tip. And Duke by 9.
Yeah, out of system ball, but just right through the blocker's hands there.
Really not much that Hoppus could do there for Boston College. Now Keefe with the serve. And look at Haggerty right in the middle.
And that's what you'd expect your senior leader to do. Give me the ball. I'm going to do something good with it. Boston College, great decision there by Lambros. They need to capitalize with Haggerty in the front court, both from an offensive production standpoint and for her to block.
You saw her numbers at a great percentage, but only 4 kills. We've highlighted her block a lot. Boston College still trying to find other ways to get Haggerty involved in the offense.
Yeah, she only has 7 attempts on the night, and she can do good things with the ball. And so I think, and that was something Coach Kennedy talked about, is we've got to get her involved more offensively this season. And you can see why right there in that previous play before that one is she does good things when you give her the ball.
Duke trying to force a 5th set in Durham this afternoon. Boston College, though, trying to come back and win it in 4 sets. And again, Boston College just has to find a way to string some points together.
Yeah, and you can see here Ross going off hands. Duke block didn't really set up well on her. She was way inside, and they didn't get lined up, so it gave her that opportunity to swing off the hands.
Here's Yellen. Pin for Williams. Off the overpass. It's punched around and flipped over. Cato had it blocked. Haggerty again for Boston College.
Yep, and that's what Duke does not want to face when Haggerty's in the front court, and that's what Boston College wants to see keep happening while she's in the front court to get them back into striking distance for this set.
Might have been Schroeder there too for the Eagles as well. Keefe on the back row. And Boston College quietly to within 6 points here.
Yeah, they're starting to gain some momentum, gain some cleaner play and confidence, and you can see they're not stepping down. This set is not over for them in their minds.
When does Duke have to think about calling a timeout here?
I think they got some more play here. You know, I think they're still in a position here to turn it around and not need to call a timeout.
Probably Cato trying to turn it around for Duke, and she does right on cue.
Right on cue. Give the ball to Cato, and good things will happen.
Cato with 8 kills tonight. Yeah, hitting a low percentage by her standards, 158. We're used to seeing Cato up in the 300s and 400s in terms of a percentage.
Yeah, and I think it's because tonight she's gotten so many attempts. And BC's block has forced a few more errors for her.
Haggerty pushes one long.
You can see they're trying to get Haggerty involved more offensively. Going to have a timeout here by
a challenge by BC.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Coach Kennedy was successful on his challenge earlier. Well, he might think that ball was in on the back line. But to your point, Boston College just trying to find ways to get Haggerty more involved in the offense, and trying here. We'll take a look.
Yeah, you can tell she didn't quite get as on top of that ball as she wants. Set was a little bit too low, didn't get full extension that would allow her to snap down on it. Kind of hits it at the equator of the ball versus on top of it. I don't know that I see a touch, and it's definitely out. Maybe they're looking for a touch.
I think it's Goss. And the point is for Duke, so the challenge unsuccessful. I'm kind of with you. I don't know that I saw anything that would make me want to overturn the call.
Well, and also, if you remember, you know, you can use it as a timeout, and in the 5th set, if you lose both your challenges, you get an extra one. So maybe a good time to use a challenge.
Off a tip, BC, another point. And now Haggerty is out. See if Duke can capitalize and close out this 4th set. Williams had it tipped. Moore of another tip. The attack there by Harrington. Duke with Keefe. And another point for the Blue Devils as Boston College once again gets caught in the net.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Brianna Goss. That overpass being a really aggressive. Didn't matter though in the net, so either way would have been Duke's point.
Boston College not going quietly. Give the Eagles a lot of credit here.
Absolutely, and again, it's Harrington from the right side. She's been so assertive and efficient from that right side. If you look at her, you would never tell that BC was down. She just has this can-do, gonna find a way, look in her eye and attitude on the court.
Isn't that what you want from one of your leaders?
Oh, absolutely. From anyone. You don't want to ever look at the team and be able to tell the score.
Williams kind of punched it around, and it's set point for Duke. Continues to be the freshmen that are capitalizing on their opportunities tonight.
Yeah, nice push from pin to pin there by Penn, and then sneaking it in right between the block there, trickling it over.
Oh, what a swing by Roach. Not much that Penn could do with that one.
You could hear that from up here. That was a blast of a ball. Again, look, she's up and ready, and just no one slowing her down in that seam between the block.
Still set point for the Blue Devils. Hamlin. BC recovers. Gottschall keeps it alive for Duke. Penn for Keefe. Tipped. Lambros. And Boston College, another one. Back-to-back points for the Eagles. It was Ross that time with her 13th kill.
And they're not going away. They are fighting any point they can get. They are going to claw their way back into this set.
Hamlin goes short. And back-to-back kills for Ross.
And that's a really nice spot on the court, putting that ball in that deep corner, cross court. Again, right over the block. There's no defender. Even if they did cross and get a touch on it, it's not going to be a quality touch. So really smart spot by Ross.
And look at Boston College now. 3 consecutive points. Eagles have pulled to within 4, and Duke calls timeout.
Are Goss and Carrie Keefe, so you're going to go to one of those two and serve receive.
Schroeder serves it in. A tough first ball to handle there for the Blue Devils. They recover, and BC nearly had it, but Duke able to keep it alive for the moment. Keefe wins the 4th set for Duke. After the opening set have come back to force a 5th set in the ACC lid lifter. Schroeder attacks. That hits the stanchion, and a point for Boston College to open up the 5th set.
Yeah, we saw that happen to the Boston College Eagles earlier on this match, and now it happens to the Duke side.
All evens out.
All evens out, yeah.
Schroeder serves. How important is it to get off to a good start in a 5th set?
It's incredibly important because your runway is so much shorter, and you want to be in rhythm and have the confidence and swagger that starting off strong affords you.
Oh, down the line, Duke thought that might have been in, but BC fortunate to have a 2-point lead. We'll take another look.
Yeah, and Carrie Keefe really trying to place it right over the block. BC seemed pretty certain that was out.
Did look out. Keefe's been so good at those touch shots today, and boy, that would have been a big serve for Boston College, but another error. That's a season high for Boston College, their 15th error as a team.
Yeah, they've been really struggling as a team from behind the service line.
Out! Eagles by 2.
And a big dig there by Taylor Williams in the middle back of the court, and good job by Duke not trying to reach for that ball, letting it go out.
Goss nearly had the kill. Now Penn for Goss again. Good scramble move by Boston College, but that went into the antenna to give Duke the lead.
Yeah, and you know, Duke is really starting off this set crisp and strong and confident. They're getting their hot hands involved right away, and Goss and Carrie Keefe. You know, they've had a lot of 5th sets this season, and all of that really builds up to these moments. It gives you the confidence that you've been there before and you've been able to handle them before.
Duke 2-1 in 5th set matches. We're in 5th sets this year at the loss coming to Michigan State last week. But the Blue Devils.
It's the story of the freshmen tonight. I mean, you got 4 on the court right now, and this is just really incredible because these 5th sets are long, they're mentally exhausting. You got to stay mentally tough and engaged, and yeah, they're doing a great job.
BC out of system here. Duke trying to take advantage. Carrie Keefe had it blocked. Keefe goes to the well again. Good play by Hoppus. Swing by Ross there. Couldn't terminate. Now Keefe for the opportunity. At the net. Another good play by the Blue Devils. Goss sends it over. Boy, Lambros has been great for Boston College today. And what a ball there to give Ross the chance to finish the point.
Wow, what a ball. I mean, the great out-of-system second ball. Great dig by Lambros, and then great line deep middle seam there by Ross. And she's just been really incredible in her shot selection and seeing the open gaps around and through the block. 15
kills for Ross today. Most by an Eagle. Schroeder has 14. Double-double for Schroeder today, go along with 12 digs. Keefe had it blocked, and the Eagles have tied it up. BC, when they needed the block to come through, it did right there.
Absolutely. Great block set up by Ross there, and then Haggerty doing her job closing and redirecting the ball. Both sides are really feeling it right now. This is going to be a back-and-forth battle in this 5th set.
The Blue Devils gave up 16 blocks to Michigan State last Friday. The most given up by a Blue Devil team since early 2019. And BC having a block party again today. And the put away for Hoppus to give Boston College the lead in the 5th set.
And there you see that fast tempo set from BC really being executed well. Quick set, no block set up on her. She kind of was, the set was kind of brought inside a little bit, and there's no one slowing her down.
This is kind of the pace that BC's wanted to play with all match long. Pin for Keefe to tie it up.
She's been really effective using the hands of Ross on that outside pin. Or, I'm sorry, right side pin for Carrie Keefe, outside to them. Yeah, she's been really effective hitting off the block.
And Gottschall has been effective for Duke today. 18 digs for the rookie. Haggerty short on that one into the net. Boston College recovers, and then Keefe hammers it home.
I don't know who had the better celebration, Keefe or Cadle. I mean, this ball may have hit the floor before Ross did.
Duke by 1. And the tie. Hoppus right back for Boston College.
And what a response. I mean, you just have a major momentum swing. She just comes ripping back. After getting blocked, she's like, I don't think so. I'm going to show you how this is done in round 2. Really nice shot there by Ross.
Now the rookie Moore serving for the lead. Ooh, tough ball to handle there. And a tough ball to handle for BC. Avery Hamlin pulls the Blue Devils back in front.
And it is so fun seeing these freshmen have a night and just playing, having fun out there and producing and doing a great job.
Good effort there by Keefe. Hamlin had it blocked. Hamlin with back-to-back kills. And the Blue Devils in the 5th set lead by 2. Another big moment for a rookie in Durham here tonight. It's the freshmen who are carrying the Blue Devils over the back half of the match. Avery Hamlin, 5 kills, including back-to-back putaways. And it's Duke by 2 at home in the 5th set.
What's the
rest of your team?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and especially when it's a freshman, like you just want them to do so well in their rookie year, and just to see them light it up because gets you excited and pumped up.
Blue Devils lighting it up right now. Up 9-6. And Coach Nagel talking to us this week talked about how she did take a lot of positives from that tough weekend for the Blue Devils. Said she was extremely proud of the way her team competed, especially in that 5th set loss to Michigan State on Friday. Maybe Duke seeing some of the dividends pay off from that tough schedule. Cadle to give Duke a 4-point lead and force an Eagle timeout.
Oh, that one feels...
This will be Duke's first win in 2 weeks. Snap a 4-match losing streak for the Blue Devils. Oh, that one just over for Keefe. Haggerty. And now at the net, pin fighting for Duke. Free ball over by the Eagles. Godshaw. Now Keefe on the back row. Off the block. It's Ross again to pull BC to within 3 and get the serve.
And this is a matchup that BC definitely wants to exploit. They've got a smaller blocker and Penn on the right side. And so taking full advantage of that with their strong outside attackers is going to be key for BC right now.
Served in. Pin for the freshman Hamlin. Blocked by the Eagles. Haggerty pulls Boston College even closer.
And BC's block is going to pull them back into this set. Having Haggerty in the front row right now is going to be a differentiator and she's a playmaker right now. Sorry, yeah, it's going to be a key component for the BC Eagles.
Here's Cato finessing one over. Tremendous play there by Yellen. Schroeder sends it over. Pin at the net. Hamlin, no. Schroeder. Miss hit there for the Blue Devils. They would try to recover. Duke a bit out of system. To the back row and in. Everything going right for Duke and Riley Cato.
What do I say? Give the ball to Cadle and good things will happen. She's such a smart player, knowing that this is not a great setter middle connection, but knowing that deep corner pockets are where teams scramble. If at anything, or the ball goes down, that's such a smart play by Cadle.
Good serve by Hamlin. Cadle to the back row. And Boston College right back.
Harrington has been the steady player for the BC Eagles, hitting at an incredible efficiency. If at any time during the game they need to have something good happen, she's there, Cato. She's gonna do something good with the ball, put it in a smart area of the court.
Third Eagle into double figures with kills today. Balanced effort for Coach Kennedy's club. Here's Williams, the freshman. Pin for Keefe. Oh, good dig there by Moore. Schroeder off the block. BC 2 within 1.
Smart play by Schroeder. And, you know, she hasn't had the best performance tonight, but she's making really good, smart decisions right now, hitting off of, again, the shorter blocker for Duke in the front right court. Really smart play at a key moment in this set.
Pin. Cato. Another one for Riley Cato, her 11th.
And there's that splitting the hitters when Penn is in the front court. The BC middle could not close 1-1. Cato's going to always put that ball down.
Now Cato serves. Off the block. Oh, good recovery by Yellen. Schroeder. Keefe. A couple of really good plays to keep this rally alive. And eventually the Eagles able to terminate as Schroeder with her 16th kill.
Yeah, and Schroeder, again, making a really smart play. Duke trying to put the ball in the right back to cause some confusion, but she just comes back with a smart play in that deep cross-court shot.
Pin in the net. Goss. Now Schroeder again. Carrie Keith. Oh, what a play by Lambros to somehow keep the rally alive. And Penn with a headsy play. BC playing some great defense right now until Goss finds the seam.
Duke just kept attacking BC, kept getting the ball up. Defensively, Duke kept the offensive pressure on BC and leave it to the freshman Goss to close it out for Duke in that rally.
Boston College calls timeout. Duke by 2 aces, and she's at the service line now for the Blue Devils. The Boston College transfer trying to propel the Blue Devils to an ACC win, and it is match point for Duke, but BC will challenge.
Yeah, and you know, why not? That's going to be a key challenge, just one to slow down the momentum, use it as a timeout. But hey, you think it's close enough? Maybe there was, so why not try?
We'll take a look at it here coming up. Boston College thinking there was a tip. We'll look for ourselves.
Looks
clean there.
Looks clean there from this perspective. Yeah, I'm going to vote it's out, no touch. Yeah, nowhere else in the court is the ball going to touch anyone. So sometimes you might look at, you know, a back row player touching someone.
Yep, pretty quick review.
Yeah.
Worth a look for Coach Kennedy. And match point for the Blue Devils.
And Duke has the matchups they want. Haggerty is not in right now for BC, and they've got Carrie Keefe in the front row with Goss. So this is going to be what they want from the lineup perspective.
Schroeder. Oh, pushed over by Penn. And Boston College still alive.
And they just do not go away. They are fighters. They are gritty. They're going to keep coming at you. Big swing from Schroeder right between the seam of the block.
Schroeder serves to keep the match alive. Penn for Goss. Goss, Penn, Keefe. At the net, it's out! And the Blue Devils get it done at home in 5 sets.